Hi, I'm Yvette Hernandez.
And I'm George Gonzalez.
And you're watching American Hispanics The Journey, where our Hispanic community tunes in weekly to hear what is good and to learn about the journey to the American dream. George, we've got so much to talk about today. We've got a lot. We've got a full agenda. Yes, we do. We've got to talk about some travel. We're going to talk about the birds, not the birds and the bees, people.
No, the birds of every country.
The birds of every country. There's some birds that match the United States as well. We're going to be talking about license. We're going to be talking about a good interview. We have a good interview.
We have Pedro Ramirez with us today.
Pedro Ramirez today, yes. That's going to be a great interview.
It's going to be awesome.
Let's get down to the nitty gritty and let's talk about travel. Let's see how travel has changed from then till now. And I guess talking about it, I'm talking about different color passports. I mean, when I was a baby, I had a green passport, and then it became a red passport for a little bit, and then now it's like this dark navy blue. Yeah,
it's like a dark navy blue now.
Yeah.
You know, travel has changed a lot. I've spent, oh my God, all week going back and forth to the airport. I felt like an Uber driver without the pay. Oh
man, without the pay.
But I'll tell you something, it has changed a lot.
Right.
You have to see how many people are actually online now, and the different security points that they have, and the differences between what used to be and what is now. Right. Funny story. I had my wife in Puerto Rico for like 10 days.
10 days. So you're taking your family to the airport. And I think airports are bigger now. I think that's why we have to do so much.
A lot more people traveling too.
Right.
You have so many changes. So I take her best friend goes down to Puerto Rico for 3 days.
Right.
And you guys won't believe it. She spends 3 days fabulous down there.
Right.
When she comes back, she does what everybody does.
What do we do? Bring me back something.
Yeah, so she
brings me something back. What does she do?
She brings back a bottle of rum full of sand.
Oh, nice.
And of course, that triggers security, and they stopped her.
And listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've done that too. I mean, I went to Hawaii, and my daughter was like, "Mommy, bring me back
the black sand."
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Some of that black sand. And what did I use? I used the little rum bottle.
Correct.
Or you used the shampoo bottles from the hotel.
From the hotel. But you go back and you put that sand in the bottle, and it looks cool first and foremost. You remembered, but they stopped her.
Oh,
and they actually did a search, and we're like, oh my God.
Like the dog search?
They had the dogs and everything, but
Put your items down.
The dogs smell apparently something weird.
Oh no.
But the cool thing is, she's okay.
Yes.
But she called me crying. She's like, oh my God, they stopped me, they checked everything. I'm like, cavity search? No.
No. Oh man, no, that would be terrible. That wouldn't be any good. Man, so I think that, we're cracking down a lot. We are doing a lot more checking.
Yes.
And it's weird how some countries still don't have those x-ray machines, and they're still opening up the luggages and looking into the luggages.
They have a lot of things now. You go through the line, right? You have your security point, check 1 and 2.
Right.
And now they have you lift your arms and you're like this, and they're
Yes.
blowing air on you. All of a sudden, all they're looking is for residue of powder or any contraband.
Oh wow!
Because people realize
I didn't even think about that.
It's not even drugs anymore.
Now it's something else.
It's so many other things
different.
that they have.
I mean, back in the day it was drugs. Now we're looking for bombs.
Yeah.
We're looking for weapons.
Or technology. Plants, technology, all kinds of different stuff they're smuggling through.
Right.
So it's very different.
It's definitely very different. Have you been in that machine where they stand you up and the machine goes like?
And it blows. That's the one that blows air.
Is that the one?
That's the one.
I thought it was just like an X-ray machine, kind of.
It is, but it's actually taking different elements.
Right.
And a lot of people don't realize. Remember when we were little?
Yes.
You were saying you wanted to be American because they had like the quick line.
I wanted to be American. I mean, I was American. I mean, I was born in America, but I mean, there was a lot of people that wanted to be American citizen because. They wanted to be in that line. You know how they separate all American citizens go this way and all other people go that way. What happens? Everyone wanted to do that. Everyone wanted to be that. Wanted to become American because it was so cool how we just got through. Hey, I'm American.
People don't realize.
Got through. They even looked that up. They barely even looked at our passports. Just saw right back. You go.
But realize this though. A lot of people didn't even realize why the American people went faster. It looked faster.
Right.
They had a license.
Right.
Other people have a passport. So the passport line only had 2 guys.
Oh, okay.
Versus the other line had 9 or 10. So it looked faster, but it wasn't.
It wasn't.
It's just a matter of, security.
Checking all the paperwork.
Checking all the paperwork.
Hey, do you think that the ban that Donald Trump has put up has caused our travel to become, are we losing tourists?
We are, but you have to realize, the original intent of the ban was one, and then what came across was totally different.
Okay.
Everything has to change. We have to be a lot more welcoming to have other countries relate to us in a different way.
Right.
But they really want to make sure
Right.
that they're coming into a country that is going to embrace them and not judge them.
Right.
So yeah, it has changed a lot, and we can reflect on businesses.
That's right, and we have to be so careful that we are doing the proper things to keep our country safe.
Correct.
So I understand that the ban had to be put up. It's just the way it came through and the way it's being processed right now. We just have to find a way where it's going to be friendly for our tourists to feel comfortable coming into the country.
You also have that fear. The fear factor is always the thing.
The fear factor is always true. So hey, that's how travel has changed. I hope that you guys can send us a text and let us know what else you can add to that, and let us know what else has changed. I remember you saying something about they're even scanning our faces and scanning thumbs.
Face recognition is something.
Have any of you been through that? Text us. Let us know. We'd like to hear from you. We'd like to hear what you got to say. And we're going to be taking a short break. And if you're just tuning in, you're watching American Hispanics, The Journey. I'm Yvette Hernandez.
I'm George Gonzalez. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
The Journey, where our Hispanic community tunes in weekly to hear what is good and to learn about the journey to the American dream. We're back. I'm Yvette Hernandez.
I'm George Gonzalez.
And George, that was a great topic we talked about traveling and all that. We've got to talk about license. We've got to talk about that. We've got to talk about insurance and license.
I'll tell you this though, my daughter just went in and got her license. Yesterday she got a 96, so.
How old is your daughter?
17.
17.
I know your son is going for it,
He's
right?
going through it. Yeah, he's doing the 30-hour thing. You know, there's a process. I mean, at 15, he had to get his permit. And throughout that year, you know, of course, we have to practice. And you know what? You brought something up about the insurance. When you're practicing, do you have to let the insurance know that you're practicing with your son while you're driving? I'm not sure if you have to.
When you're driving, when they're driving with you in the car, you have insurance, so they are covered. I was told, my agent said, the moment they get their full license and they pass, then you go notify the insurance, and then there's a couple of tricks to save some money too.
Of course, it's so cute que la abuela dice, ay, qué lindo mi hijo, se le van a dar la licencia a mi hijo. Que,
Until she drives with them and you're like, oh, grasping for your life.
Yeah, so she goes nuts. She says, no.
But I'll tell you this though, there's a trick to saving money before I forget.
It?
My daughter has a 4.0 average.
Okay.
The insurance company, Allstate in my case,
Right.
gave her 20% discount just because she was a good student.
So get good grades. Get good grades.
Yes, absolutely. If you're in
Sigan
school,
estudiando porque el estudio, mira, hasta un descuento le dan en su seguro.
bajó bastante, 20%.
20% es bastante.
In my case, that's $160 a month.
$160 mensuales. Wow, that's awesome. Qué bueno. Talking about all that, so you get a discount. So my son, I hope I get a discount. He's a 3.5.
Yes, absolutely. The cutoff is 3.2.
Okay.
Anybody with
cut off at 3.2, guys.
3.2. Not saying that you should have a 3.2. You should shoot for 5.0
for the
if you
stars.
can.
Get higher.
Absolutely. But that's one of the things that people don't realize. You can also legally obtain insurance if you have a license from your
another country. So if you have a license from another country, you can still use that license here in the United States if you're here visiting and still get insurance, right?
Correct. There's plenty of agencies that you actually go in, and as long as you have a valid driver's license and you have a permit, or your a work permit, un permiso de trabajo.
Yeah, if you have a work permit, I was wondering, they have to allow you to get a license.
They allow
has
you
to be a way.
Tax ID number.
Right.
You go for to the Social Security office.
Right.
And with that in your permit,
right.
El permiso de trabajo, you can go and apply for a license as long as you're allowed to work, you're allowed to drive.
Yeah, allowed to drive. Right, excellent. That's a good topic to talk about. So if you have your green card, si tiene su tarjeta verde y necesita
o rosa o amarilla,
tener su seguro, tiene permiso para hacerlo.
Claro.
Para poder obtenerlo. So it's good that you guys know. Please let us know on Instagram what you guys had to go through, if you had to go through. Is there any steps that we missed? And I think that also, please go online and check out your DDS.
Yes.
Drivers, Department of Drivers.
You also have, your DDS. You can go online. You Google how to obtain a license, and it'll give you all the steps to follow. But make sure that whatever you do it legally, because that's basically the name of the game.
Yes.
There's ways. The laws are there to help you,
right.
Not to make it difficult on you. And people think, all the time that's not the case.
Right, that they always think that's not the case, and it's everyone's friendly. When you think that it's just going to be scary to go get your license, no, go get your license. It's best to have your license and not go to jail for driving with a suspended license or not a license at all. Than it is to do that.
Our next interview is going to be fun though.
Oh,
He
yes.
has a bunch of stories. I started talking to him earlier.
Yeah.
Why don't you talk to him for a minute?
We're gonna take a short break though, and we're gonna talk about that in a few minutes. But we have a great interview. Yes,
Absolutely.
we do. So what do you think?
Well, just stay tuned. We'll be right back.
The Journey, where our Hispanic community tunes in weekly to hear what is good and to learn about the journey to the American dream.
If you have a story to tell, make sure you hit us up on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, or even send us an email. You never know, your story could be aired on our next show.
And just like we promised you, we have a great interview. You're watching American Hispanics, The Journey. I'm Yvette Hernandez.
And I am Jorge Gonzalez.
And we're here with Pedro Ramirez. Pedro.
Hey, ¿cómo estás?
Thank you for coming.
Gracias por la invitación. Estoy muy excitado.
Welcome aboard.
Yes,
Welcome on board.
You're welcome.
Gracias.
How are you?
Yes, excellent. Good to have you. We got a good question for you. We want to ask you if this has been your dream to be in the United States.
Bueno, en primero, gracias por haberme invitado a Sectional Show.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Bueno, pues como todos los inmigrantes, ¿no? Queremos sacar a nuestras familias adelante.
Sí.
Y pues...
¿Siempre ha sido tu sueño llegar aquí a los Estados Unidos?
Pues no, en realidad, tuve un hermano que vino antes que mí y él me invitó,
Okay.
entonces pues...
Okay, because of his brother.
His brother coming now, but then again, how hard was it? I mean, I hear there's many ways to come in. How did you come in?
Did you come in?
Yeah, okay. I crossed the border twice.
You crossed the border
Yeah,
twice.
well, in the 97 I crossed for the...
Did you get sent back any times?
Yes, sometimes, yeah, the
How many
migra me agarró dos veces.
Agarró dos veces.
That's crazy, though.
Twice. Oh.
Imagine that.
And en Matamoros crucé por el Río Bravo, I crossed for the
How many times have you been sent back?
3 times.
3 times.
Yeah, and the second time I'm coming the night in 2000, I think. Well, no, in 99, I'm coming across for the Arizona, for desert Arizona.
Right through the desert.
Desert.
Realize this, guys. I mean, you're in your country. You looking for a better life. You are trying to, you better yourself, better for your family. And when you cross a border like that, it's treacherous. I mean, you realize that you're going through a desert.
You kind of have to be an athlete, because you have to get used to the weather.
That is insane.
It gets cold at night and it gets extremely hot during the day.
And
How did you do
insects
that?
and
The insect.
Yeah.
How did you do it?
Some people die when
They
we crossed over here, and children's, women's, yeah, they're bad. It's really bad. It's really bad.
It is.
Some people die. Some people try to cross those better bad. It's porque there's the dream, the American dream, is because we can't.
el gran sueño americano.
But
Wow, you gotta go through.
in my country,
Right.
it's really bad. I'm from Mexico.
Right.
It's really bad. The situation, economic, everything is really bad.
Everything is bad.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're here, you make it into the United States, and what do you do? What do you come in to do?
Well, my first days I'm working in the landscape.
Landscaping?
Landscaping. I'm working on the and many things, many different
Did
things.
you lose a finger?
Yeah, in the one company.
No one company?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Come to the United States, you follow your dreams, and you lose a finger.
Yeah.
But you know what? You keep going from there.
Yeah.
And you do the best
yeah.
you can.
Right now I'm on business on the home remodelation.
And decided to go ahead
And just push yourself.
and push
So
himself.
Every day you learn something.
Every day.
From your coworkers. You say,
Yeah,
"Hey,
just-
enséñame cómo se dice vaso." How do you say glass? Vaso or cup?
Yeah, cuando traté de empezar a aprender inglés, yo trataba de aprender una palabra al
And
día.
learn it. That's
Una
right.
palabra al día. Una palabra.
That's what he says. You got to do it one day at a time. Every day you learn
Yeah,
one
People also need to realize that you can learn a language by embedding yourself in it.
Yeah.
Right.
You're in this country, you speak English. In any country you go. You go to Germany, you should
Right.
learn German. I mean, to accommodate, but learn something, try
And
at
that's
least.
what he
That's,
said.
that's phenomenal.
Every
Yeah,
day
that's
one
nice.
word. Every day one word. Every day you use a different word.
No,
That's
it's
awesome.
very funny because sometimes I say, hey, please speak slowly. Or I try to communication with move my hands.
With
or
your
I
hands,
try.
body gestures.
Yeah, the body
Yeah,
language.
you have to do body language.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What's your American dream?
Taking my family out here.
Bringing his family.
My
Bringing
son,
his
my-
family here.
My son, my daughter living over here, yeah, but they're in Mexico.
Right,
I had 2 grandchilds.
right.
Yeah. That's really bad, but I had
That's your dream.
yeah.
That's his American dream, to bring his family here. That's awesome. You're working really hard and you're going to get there.
Mhm.
And you're working on your papers.
Yeah, I try. And I had the process, both.
You're in the process of getting your papers. That's good.
If you were to give our audience the what to do, what would be your what can you say?
Bueno, puedo decir a los migrantes que han pasado las mismas cosas que yo pasé, pues que sigan con sus sueños, que no es fácil el venir aquí, no es fácil encontrar trabajo, no es fácil porque hay muchos obstáculos, pero yo creo que el seguir el sueño y seguir dándole duro, como yo dice, trabajar y darle duro. Eso es lo que yo podría aconsejar a
Gracias.
las personas que están
Gracias.
That's a, I mean,
Ese consejo está muy bueno.
that's a great.
No, gracias.
You realize that's actually very true.
That's
Just
true, yeah. Follow your dreams.
follow your dreams.
And
Yeah.
keep on and keep doing what you're doing. Thank you so much, Pedro, for coming.
Gracias
And, yes, thank you so much.
invitarme.
Yeah.
Gracias.
Gracias. Arriba.
Pedro Ramirez, everybody.
Amazing.
Thank you for
Thank
watching
you.
us. Hi guys, thank you for coming back. You're watching American Hispanics: The Journey. I'm Yvette Hernandez.
And I'm George Gonzalez. It's wonderful to see, somebody that went through so much that he stays positive in the process.
Yes, he stayed so positive. I was just so glad to hear everything he said. And I hope that he has inspired a lot of you. I'm sure a lot of you can relate to his message. Yo sé que muchos de ustedes pueden ver lo que él pasó y ver su vida en la vida de él y las dificultades que él pasó y todo. Bueno, thank you for watching that. And guys, let me tell you, we have a great fun topic for you.
Absolutely.
We're going to be talking about the birds, the different birds from the countries. What are the birds? Do
We
have?
actually we have different countries. We don't have all the countries, but you
Right.
guys can actually hit us up on Twitter.
Yes.
And just if you don't hear your country, we can
Don't
only.
feel bad, just let us
We have
know.
a limited time, but
Yeah.
we'll get to you. I
Yeah,
promise.
well, we have from Puerto Rico, we have
Absolutely.
Dominican Republic, we have Cuba, we have Venezuela, Ecuador, Mexico,
Honduras.
Colombia,
Yeah. We
El
have
Salvador, right?
in Mexico.
And Mexico City.
Absolutely. So
What do we got for birds?
let's
go through the birds.
Let's go through the birds. In
What do you got?
Puerto
What do you
Rico, we have like the little golondrina, or our bird is just it just lives in the island. It's pretty cool. In Dominican Republic, we have
What's that?
the
La
palchat.
palchat.
Suena como indio.
Yeah, I know.
Palchat.
I told you.
Suena palcha,
La
como jugar
palchat.
palcha.
Si usted es dominicano, déjanos saber lo que es palchat.
Sí.
Manden una foto. Que no lo miramos.
In Cuba, we have el trogón. Sounds like somebody
Like
that
a dragon,
drinks a lot, or
right?
a dragon.
El trogón.
So, el trogón.
Oh,
And that's
wow.
Colombia.
What do we got for Colombia?
Colombia, we have el Andean condor,
Okay.
which is,
okay.
it's actually a bird that is shared with other countries you'll hear about.
Oh, yes, true.
Guatemala has the quetzal, which is kind of cool.
Quetzal, I remember that
Because
one.
it's a beautiful bird, it's a small bird, but they also use it on their dollar or peso. It's called quetzal.
Does it have a colorful nose?
It does. It has like a little yellow in it.
Oh, a little yellow.
But it's a
cute.
really. El Salvador, they have
El turquoise brown.
el
top.
guardabarranco. Try to say that in English 3 times.
Guardabarranco.
Yeah, barranco. right,
Guardabarranco.
It's like-
That's
it's
in
like-
English, no? We don't want to say that in English.
In Honduras, we have the scarlet macaw. And now,
Okay. What do we got?
fun cool with the macaw.
What?
In Brazil, they have the macaw as well. It's blue. It's this big bird
Okay.
like Rio, the movie.
Oh,
It's
yes.
absolutely beautiful. To look at.
But that's a talking bird, isn't it?
It is.
Like
It
a
is.
parrot?
It's a parrot, but it's a big parrot though.
It's a type of parrot.
It could live up to, I don't know, 15, 20 years,
Wonderful.
if not even longer. But we have in Venezuela, el
What do you got?
trupial.
Okay.
It's
What's
a-
that one like?
It's kind of weird looking bird, but
El trupial?
it not only it's from Venezuela, but you can find it in Colombia. You can find it in
Okay,
Puerto
other
Rico,
countries, that's right. Other
Dominican,
countries.
Curacao.
And
So-
El Andín condor, what's that one from?
Once
That's
again, Ecuador.
What?
Ecuador has the same condor. So
Wow.
they share the national bird with
Right, with
Bolivia,
other
Chile,
countries.
Colombia.
Right.
You know,
Mexico has
the golden eagle.
the golden eagle, just like the United States has an eagle. The Mexicans have an
And
eagle.
I was talking to our guest, and he was telling me how everything came to be.
Right.
It was a bird that actually their big thing was the Aztecs had the eagle
Right.
with a snake, fighting a snake.
Wow.
And the gods were impressed by
Part
it,
of
and
that.
that's
You know,
part of
kind of
what
like an Indian type.
it is an Indian thing.
Story.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And it's so
Good
great. I
background.
mean, not only we are mentioning these countries, obviously there's a lot more to be mentioned, but
Right.
we'll do it on the next.
We're doing another
Next
segment.
show,
Guys, if you guys have a bird that you want to mention, if we didn't mention your country, please don't feel bad. Just let us know. Send us a tweet. Send us a Facebook. Send us
Absolutely.
a,
Instagram.
Twitter and Instagram, right.
Absolutely.
We'd love to hear from you. Guys, we're so glad, and we hope that we've inspired you today. We hope that you continue to watch us. This is a journey. It is a journey. It's the American journey. It's Hispanics living here in America. We're learning a lot about our different countries, and it's so good. Thank you for watching us today.
And I would like to say thank you for watching. I'm George Gonzalez. Please hit us on Twitter, on Facebook, and on Instagram. I mean, let us know how you feel. We want to be there for you, answering your questions.
That's right. That's right, George. And I would also like to invite our local businesses that are catering to our Hispanic community. Please hit us up on Facebook. Let us know where you are at. And we'd love to come by and do a segment at your location.
Absolutely. Check them out.
Definitely. Check us out. I'm Yvette Hernandez.
I'm George Gonzalez.
Hasta la vista, my friend. Did I overtalk you? My friend, I'm sorry. I'm Yvette Hernandez.
I'm George Gonzalez, and I'll see you soon.
Hasta la vista.